We are talking Better Call Saul. It is Dex and Shannon. I love this next segment, Lawyered Up, because we have a real lawyer. We have a real lawyer. His name is Matt O'Neill, and he's from Whitener Law.
And he's ridiculously smart.
Yes, yes. So we get to break down the episode, and we get to see, you know, what's real life. We want to see what's real and what's fake, because those TV people try to fool us all the time.
But a lot of it's real, I think.
No, it's not.
Well, TV's real. Everything you see on TV is real.
Yeah. Are you ready to break down some of these clips?
I'll do
Talk
my
about
best.
them? All right. Here's our first clip.
Come on, Mike. It's just a couple of questions. Ain't nothing but a thing.
Lawyer.
You're not under arrest. Okay, did anybody here say arrest? No. You want to walk, walk. But I gotta say, I expected more cooperation from you on this, cop to cop.
Lawyer.
Fine. What lawyer?
Okay, can police really imply that you don't need a lawyer if you're not under arrest?
Well, the question is are you in custody? Is it a custodial situation?
Was he in custody?
Well, they kept telling him he's free to leave. So I guess the question is, would a reasonable person think they're free to leave?
Okay.
If a reasonable person would think they're free to leave, then they don't have to get him a lawyer, and they can ask him questions, and he can answer or not. However, if a reasonable person, under the circumstances, would think they have to stay, which someone might in that, you're in the interrogation room, there's a cop standing there with a gun, and then there's two cops standing interrogating you. You know, I don't know what the judges would rule, but you could get the evidence suppressed if you made statements.
I'm wondering why Mike didn't leave. You know, I mean, he was a cop for 30 years.
Because he
He
didn't
knows
want to
the
look
system.
guilty,
You know,
right?
see, that's the TV. See that? You know what? It wouldn't be a TV show if they wouldn't had Mike stay. I'm just saying.
Well, what I do think is that when he would get up to leave, I think he wanted to get information to figure out what it is they knew.
Okay.
And so I think he's staying because he's tactically making a decision, and he figures he can manipulate Jimmy because Jimmy's kind of a con man, and he sees that in him.
Yes.
And so he's actually we don't understand why he's sitting there doing that.
Yep.
But I don't think, I mean, there's a good question. It's a big question of whether he was in custody. I mean, he's a pretty sophisticated defendant, but it's not based on whether you're sophisticated or not. It's what a reasonable person would think.
That's right.
So.
And I think it really boils down to him getting the notebook, because he set it up from the beginning to get Jimmy McGill in there as his attorney so he could get the notebook.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to clip 2.
Oh, for the love of... You gotta do that right here, right in front of me? What's so important in there that we had to pull that third-rate Marx Brothers routine?
You really want to know?
And risk getting a piece of an obstruction rap? No, thank you.
So could Jimmy be charged with obstruction if he knew it was in the notebook?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely obstructing justice. I don't think it's whether he knows what's in it or not. Helping somebody who's being investigated or interfering in an investigation could certainly get you.
Wouldn't you say that, though, as a lawyer? Oh, that he ran into the cop. Like, the cops know that they pulled one on him, don't you think?
Well, I think they're going to figure it out pretty quickly. So I imagine that'll be a fallout portion of it in the next episode. But Jimmy has definitely probably done something illegal by
He's Breaking Bad. He is Breaking Bad. My wife brought this up, and she brought up a good point. We see in this episode, you know, just in every episode really, how Jimmy really wants to walk that fine line.
Yeah,
But
wants to be honest.
he can't help himself.
Yeah.
So he's Breaking Bad for sure.
Ready for Lightning Lawyer?
Lightning
Okay,
Lawyer. Lightning
go.
Lawyer. Here we go.
I'll
We
do my
got some
best.
questions for you. Shannon, you want to take the first one?
Oh, sure. Okay. Is there a difference between breaking into a police car than a civilian's car?
No, I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same charge. And I remember I did an arraignment for somebody who was charged with driving off in the cop car when the cop was arresting someone else. And
Oh, my goodness.
she drove off in the cop's car, completely unrelated, just walked up and took off.
Okay.
Real quick, got one last question. Do cops typically, because those cops were from Philadelphia, do they typically travel cross country to interview someone? Do you see that a lot? Out of state
I've
cops?
actually never heard of it. I
Yeah.
don't see there's anything illegal about it, but I've never heard of it happening. I've
Axel
never
Foley
seen
did it in
case.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Exactly.
I
Well,
think
he
it
was actually
happens.
not supposed to be doing it.
You know, good call.
So
See, you know, he's the real deal. He's the real deal.
I know.
See, we break it down for you every week with the greatest attorney on earth. He is no Saul Goodman, that's for sure. He will never break bad. His name is Matt O'Neill. Man, can I be your endorser? Can I endorse you?
That was actually really good. Come on
Gosh.
now.
Yes. All right, thanks for being with us again. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
It was
guys.
fun. So, did you like the episode last night?
Yeah,
good,
that was
huh?
a great episode.
It was really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
All right,
It was very different.
Yeah, it was. It was good. Mike's awesome, huh?
Uh-huh.
I love him. All right, that'll do it. Coming up next, we're going to wrap things up with, we're going to get our friend Andrea Be Good back in.
Our
and
featured extra.
We're going to wrap things up, and we're going to do some fact or BS, some Breaking Bad fact or BS with Shannon.
Which
We're
I'm
gonna do
3
that.
for 3, by the way, right?
Yes, we're going to do that next, so hang out with us.